first to Ukraine, where the capital in Kyiv has been rocked by explosions after a series of Russian missile and drone attacks. Several high-rise buildings are on fire. Ukraine's Prime Minister says for the first time during the war, the country's main government building has been damaged. Helicopters are trying to douse the flames. Officials say at least 3 people have been killed and nearly 20 injured in Kyiv. Well, let's cross to our correspondent Sarah Rainsford, who is in the capital. And Sarah, this is being seen as a highly significant attack.
Yeah, I mean, where I'm standing now is just at the bottom of the hill that leads up to the main government quarters here. This is right in the heart of official Kyiv, the city centre, where all the administrative buildings are. The parliament's up there, the cabinet of ministers is up there, the presidential palace is a little further up in the distance. And it was the cabinet of ministers, so the main government building here, that was hit in this latest aerial attack by Russia. Now, this was a combination of drones and missiles launched across Ukraine by Russia in the early hours of this morning. And according to the numbers that we've had from the Air Force this morning, it was the biggest ever attack of this war. More than 800 drones and missiles that were fired. And I think hitting a government building for the first time is something that will shake people here. It is a symbolic attack, a symbolic moment. This hasn't been achieved before. The city centre is extremely well defended, of course, because of the strategic importance of all the buildings here. So that is a new twist in this war. And I think the reaction from ministers here this morning, the Prime Minister, the Foreign Minister, calling this a serious escalation by Russia, saying that it shows that Vladimir Putin rejects diplomacy and that instead, as they've put it, he is escalating his terror.
And there have been casualties. How many bodies do we know so far which have been recovered?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. This morning we're talking about this building, the government building, but as far as we know, at this point at least, there were no casualties at this site. We're waiting to hear news from there. But what we are hearing is about strikes on residential buildings in Kyiv itself and also across Ukraine. And at one block of flats, it has been confirmed that a woman and a baby have been killed in this overnight attack, and that rescuers are looking, we understand, for a third body. So yet more children, yet more civilians killed in this war, and there are other casualties in other cities across Ukraine. It was a massive attack, and the whole point for Russia of launching so many drones, hundreds of drones at one time, is to overwhelm the air defences for the missiles to get through, and that's what they've done again overnight, and that's why the attack here has had such a huge impact.
Sarah Rainsford, for now, thank you. That's our correspondent Sarah Rainsford in